The Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Experience.
Pat Mayo Experience. Week 16. This is it. Championship week. We're going to be talking about some injuries. We're going to be talking about some rankings. We're going to go game by game and then take your viewer questions. A very disinterested Garion Thorne is here.
No, I'm just very interested in what's on my screen.
Oh, what's on your screen? Tell us.
My championship lineup that I'm tinkering with. Tim has infected me with tinkeritis.
So we got Tinker and Tim will be up a little bit later on. But guess who is joining us on the show today?
It's been so long.
It's been long since you've seen him.
I mean, he was my little boy for the longest time.
For a while. The year in which the coin, is picking games against the spread at an over 60% clip. He's decided to join us. He's here to answer some viewer questions later.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
He's quite knowledgeable.
But only head to head.
Yeah.
He really lacks. He's very good at one choice or another choice.
Yeah.
Not so good at 3 or 4 potential choices.
That's fair.
I guess
We all have our niche.
I guess so.
Like Tim can only answer questions about 2 players.
Who are they?
Adrian Peterson and I guess Sam Darnold, but that's not really true because he's very biased.
Very?
I would say very
I mean,
biased.
Very's at the very low end of that, I think.
Yeah. He's also a coward.
He is. All right. Do we want to get him in before we start getting some questions?
Yeah,
and kick it
sure.
off? All right.
Why not?
Let's do this. So the coin is here. He is the third member of the team. Let's also bring in for your viewing and listening pleasure. Because remember, give the episode a like and download the podcast at 11:15 a.m. It is a Tim Undergust.
Tim Undergust.
Not my name.
Wow, you're blowing it already. Way to go.
I can't see the screen.
Your music is. You know the music comes on after I say the name.
But I don't know when to jump in.
You think it's right away. This is week 6. We've been doing the show. I would say 16 times. This is the 15th time we've done the show. You're cursing the show already. This guy wants to know what the coin thinks between Thielen and Hilton. Let's find out. Likes Hilton.
How do you know which is Thielen?
What did you assign what?
Tails is the left-hand side of the question. Heads is the right-hand side of the
course.
question.
I hate that coin so much.
Like it is during the spread show. Well, this guy wants to be banned for life. The guy's not going to get his wish.
No, do not oblige people like that.
All right, here we go. You ready for some questions?
Yeah.
Who else started Tennessee D? Banned for life. All right, we're off to a hot start here.
Quick ban.
I have Gurley, Julio, and Hilton. Can't take the stress. Not a question. Banned for life. Love the content, Pat, especially the golf. I like this guy. He's not getting banned
That's
for life.
nice.
Started watching this summer. Standard League. Leonard Fournette or Kenny G?
Ooh.
I think I like Kenny G.
I
Let's
was gonna
find
say
out
Kenny
what the coin
G,
thinks.
probably.
Coin likes Kenny G.
That's all I need
Agreed.
to know.
What do we do with Fournette?
Don't play him. He's bad.
Well, he's probably your first-round pick, so
well,
there's a scenario where you might have to
there
play
gets
him.
into a situation where he's the only guy you can play.
Well, then
Like-
you're not really questioning what to do with him then. Then
Well,
you're just going to play.
as we
What
talked about on
if it's
Tuesday.
like Leonard Fournette or like Alfred Blue?
Then I guess I would have to play Fournette because Blue is also awful.
I don't know.
Well, so you just don't. Your advice to people out there is just don't play anyone then.
Well, no, but if you're dealing with 2 awful players, then I guess take the one with a little more pedigree.
I think I'd rather play Blue. I didn't even really like Blue this week, but I think I'd rather play Blue.
I think I'd still roll out Fournette. Remember how bad Miami's run defense is?
Oh, it's terrible, yeah. It's a great matchup. It is. Like, if it was between him and Shady, I'd play Fournette. Like, he's a low-end RB2.
I have him at 20, I think. I'm just going to look this up right now. I have him at 19.
Okay.
It's one spot behind Tim's buddy, Lizzie McGuire. So injuries to worry about this week. Chris Ivory, Rashad Penny, LaShawn McCoy, Matt Breda, Joe Mixon, and Donta Foreman all appear as if they're going to be active. We'll get to Todd Gurley in a second. Spencer Ware, probably Nat going to play. Tim, can you turn your Facebook chat on mute, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Marcus Murphy, Ito Smith, Aaron Jones, Kerryon Johnson, Frank Gore, James Conner, and Lamar Miller will all be out for this game. And that brings us to Todd Gurley. He got you here, Aaron.
Yeah.
Got you to the fantasy championship. And now look at what he's doing to you.
Well, he's been subtly undermining, not even really subtly undermining fantasy football season long. He's no Juju Smith-Schuster. I'll say that much, Pat.
What a hero.
What a goddamn hero.
Not according to one of the regular guests on this show.
Was Jeff upset?
Yeah,
Jeff
Jeff.
took very, very strong opinion that was an awful take.
He's like,
And
if you
that
think
those
he
are the-
actually cares. It's like, it's not about
What
him
was-
actually caring. It's about him being a good PR guy.
Yeah, I mean, his point was, and I understood it, was like Jeff said those are the worst type of players because they pretend to care about your fantasy team when in actuality they couldn't care less. I mean, there's something to be said about that.
I don't think so. I think that there's something about smart marketing.
Yeah.
And that's good marketing. It makes him seem like a good guy.
Exactly. This is like when he lost his bike last year, and everyone was just like, "Oh, I like this guy who lost his bike," and he played it up. He's smart.
It can be both good marketing and disingenuous.
Oh, see, Tim's gonna turn
Right?
this into
It can
like
be.
Cam 2.0.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
No,
Juju?
I'm not. I actually don't have a position on the issue, but I see both sides.
I don't really think there's another side.
Yeah, I don't see how there's a
he
downside
was, he was
to this.
iffy to play. People didn't know. They didn't want to wait for an injury report. And Juju's like, yeah, I'm going to play. That's great. That's exactly what we want to hear. Now, if he doesn't play, now we got some real problems.
There you go. I just
Gurley.
feel like it would.
Todd Gurley situation. Tim, do you even know what the Todd Gurley situation is?
Yes, of course I do.
All right, so where are you going? Do you think he plays?
I absolutely believe that he plays.
Okay, I think that he plays too. But
I don't.
here's the problem. What if he does play? Is he playing the whole game? Because I don't think he is. Because
He is until the game is out of reach.
You run into two situations. One, we saw this happen to Melvin Gordon when he shouldn't have been playing.
Yeah.
Then he did play. Then he just got hurt. So there's that option that's on the board. There's, hey, we don't want to get him hurt. He doesn't look right after 2 series. Let's take him out of the game. Or they get up by a bunch and Todd Gurley doesn't score the touchdown, and then he's just out of the game anyway.
Yeah.
I have him in the rankings because I have him as playing. I have him at number 13 in the rankings. So the
Who do you have
guy,
before?
Jamal Williams.
Okay, so I actually like him better than Williams. So that's fair.
So I have Elliott, McCaffrey, Chubb, Barkley, Mixon, Kamara, Mack, Samuels, Damian Williams, Phillip Lindsay, Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson. You could talk me into Jamal Williams and David Johnson and McGuire and Cohen, but at some point,
Yeah.
because the biggest problem is it's the late set of games.
Exactly.
So you need to have some sort of option to replace him with. Now, it could be as simple as, would you go C.J. Anderson or John Kelly if Gurley is out?
Yes, and it's likely. I would say it's likely that Anderson still might be on the wire. Someone probably picked up Kelly as a spec. And
Smelly
hopefully it was
Kelly?
you. Hopefully it was you.
It wasn't me. Actually, it was me. It was me in my league of leagues.
Yeah, just kind of running through some of the early games. Like I think I would play Marlon Mack
I would
ahead of
definitely
Todd
play
Gurley.
Marlon Mack.
Agreed.
So-
I wouldn't play Alfred Blue ahead of Todd Gurley. I wouldn't play like Kalen Balaj ahead of Todd Gurley.
Would you play Blue or Balaj?
I don't agree there.
I would
play Blue.
You would play Balaj ahead of Todd Gurley?
In this particular circumstance, I would.
The particular circumstance of a tougher matchup. I still don't understand why people think Balaj is suddenly going to fall into 20 carries when no Dolphins running back has touched the ball 20 times this season. They don't run enough plays. He's also a scat back, which they haven't given their best running back, arguably Kenyon Drake, a majority of carries out of the backfield out of fear he can't handle it. I think he's topping out at 13 touches max.
But that might still be more touches than Gurley gets, to be quite
Yeah,
honest.
but the possible quality, and also again the replacement aspect of this is I can still probably get C.J. Anderson.
But would you actually want to play I think C.J. Anderson is in line for more volume than John Kelly is if Gurley sits. Because I just think that
Think of the early down
they'll
back?
just run the ball up the gut with C.J. Anderson. Like, what would you put in as a potential split? You know what? Left-hand side, we'll go C.J. Anderson. Right-hand side, we'll go John Kelly. We'll see what the coin has to say. Who do you think, Tim, before I do the coin?
You asking me what do I think will happen or what do I think the coin will do?
No, would you play C.J. Anderson or John Kelly?
I would play C.J. Anderson, but I've long loved C.J. Anderson. So
Who was on this side?
I don't remember.
John Kelly.
God. Throw that coin in the trash where it
No.
belongs.
Why would I throw money away, Tim? I'm sorry, we're not all rich like you. We're not a rich.
Despise that coin.
So triggered over the coin.
know.
Whenever we see Garion shot, there's a lot of Doug in the background. You know, Tim set up our DraftKings contest this week, so
Congrats, Tim.
we didn't think he was going to be able to do it. He had to get his dad's help.
I was surprised
That's not true.
that he sent me the link.
He was really struggling on how to find the link in order to send it out. So
I found it. It wasn't in an intuitive spot. I mean, that's all.
he also doesn't know how to download the app where it's in a super intuitive spot.
Sure.
So CJ Anderson?
I still think it's me, Kelly, but
Like, what's a split in terms of snap share you think we're looking at?
Yes. Somebody on the chat says ban that coin for life. That's a good person.
I would say somewhere in the realm of 65-35. I just think it's a lot to ask CJ Anderson to come out and play more than 50% of the snaps. He was just signed this week.
He doesn't have the best conditioning. He's
No.
a fat.
Yeah. Look, they like John Kelly.
He can't pass protect. That's their biggest issue.
Yes.
Okay, so let's live in a world where Gurley is out. So just make some, like, move Gurley into your flex if you can. That way you can replace him with, like, Pettis or someone that you can go pick up. Even if you have to go pick up, like, Jordy Smelson. It's better than playing a guy who's not playing. Maybe. I don't know. Pick up 8 man. There you go.
There you go.
There's the play of the week. Either way.
Jeez.
Is your computer going to recover after coughing into it?
Excuse me.
You see, it sounds like you're like Brad Pitt in that one Fight Club scene when he's coughing blood in the guy's face. You don't know where I've been, Lou. Creeping everyone out.
I gotta say, the Week 16 vibe is very different from every other vibe we've had.
Listen, if you're still watching this show, you're clearly not in the fantasy championship. So
It's true.
it's just this is a real situation though. This Gurley one, Gurley watch. It's like Panda watch.
It is like Panda Watch. He's making us look like a real asshole.
So let's take Gurley out. Let's live in a world where Gurley is out.
Sure.
And we figure this out, at the inactives, which we won't, but let's just think that. Where would CJ Anderson and or John Kelly move up to in the rankings? Like, would you play Jordan Howard or CJ Anderson?
I would play Howard.
I would too.
I would too. Would you play Peyton Barber or one of the Rams backs?
There, I
Barber.
would play a
Sure.
Rams
I
back.
like Barber this week.
Loves Barber.
It's a weird take.
LaShawn McCoy or one of... You say Kelly.
No.
Maybe I will go with Kelly. Smelly Kelly.
There I would take Anderson, I think.
So I have those two back-to-back in the rankings. I have Barber at 28 and LaShawn McCoy at 29. I think I would probably play... Like, would you go Balaj or one of the Rams backs?
I would play a Rams back.
Okay.
Oh, I like Balaj.
Would you play Rocket Richard on Monday night or one of the Rams backs?
Richard, I guess.
In a standard, it's probably one of the Rams guys.
Yeah.
In a PPR, it's probably Richard.
I mean, Rashard's been pretty underwhelming the last couple of weeks, honestly.
He keeps getting to 100 yards somehow.
Yeah. He's got to break one off. That's his thing. But
So Jordan Howard's like the cutoff? So whatever Rams back you prefer, Jordan Howard would be like, I'd play Alfred Blue over them, although that's probably not a situation you can be in.
yeah. No, I agree with you. But
So
yeah, I would say
25
Jordan
in the
Howard's about the
rankings.
cutoff.
All right.
It's a good matchup.
Good luck to all.
Yeah.
At receiver, here's what we're looking at for injuries. We got Julio, Deshaun, Juju. His words, not mine. His words that he's playing. T.Y. Hilton and Chad Williams making his return this week. TJ Chark, Randall Cobb, probably out. Enunwa, Odell Beckham, Bruce Ellington, Tyler Boyd, Kiki Cutie, and Sammy Watkins, all out. So is Josh Gordon. At quarterback, everyone's playing. Not Cam, though.
Not
He's
Cam.
out. You playing Heineken?
Got him in
Swigging some Heineken on DraftKings? I am.
Yeah, I got him in a couple lineups.
4K?
4K is hard to ignore.
What can go wrong?
So many things.
Tim, are you playing Heineken?
I am not, but I totally get the logic behind it.
Because he's so cheap.
Yeah, he's cheap. I mean, you can't argue against that. He or Driscoll. I mean, there are some cheap quarterbacks this week. I'm taking a cheapish quarterback too. Like, I'm not paying up at QB this week.
The problem is, he is so much cheaper than all the other cheap quarterbacks. Like, I don't understand why you would pay, like, what's Derek Carr? He's not on the slate. So, what's Driscoll? Like 5,100?
Yeah, why would you pay $600 more?
Yeah, why would you pay $600 more for Driscoll?
I guess there's a
Driscoll,
there's a
Driscoll I get.
running
Now,
floor
Foles is
with
47.
Driscoll, but
Foles is worth 47. Like, that's actually still a really good price for him.
I think that the Eagles are going to get embarrassed off the field today.
I
very
got
possible.
my doubts.
Everyone's real high on the Eagles this week.
I'm fine with them getting down a couple scores. Works for my narrative.
That does work for you. That works for the Nick Foles narrative. Now, would you rather play Nick Foles or Deshaun Kaiser, thinking the Jets will just get to Aaron Rodgers and he gets benched?
Well, I have to say, it's going to sound counterintuitive, but I'm actually quite happy that it's Rodgers playing this weekend, not Kaiser for the Jets, because Rodgers is just going through the motions and whatever. He's not fighting for anything. Kaiser's in there. Kaiser's got a world of talent, and he is fighting for his life to stay the backup quarterback. I'd be far more terrified of Kaiser than I would be of Rodgers.
Well, here's the take. Aaron Rodgers has become disinterested. Aaron Rodgers has become a little bit privileged on the field. I think he's going to see safe space Sam's peacock.
Oh,
Get a little jealous, start getting some ideas. Maybe we see Aaron Rodgers with a peacock next season. I think your quarterback's going to infect Aaron Rodgers, Tim.
Okay.
that's bad news.
I don't like it.
So then maybe Rodgers will learn how to do that shoulder shake the way Sam does, and get cornerbacks off the receiver and throw them open. Maybe Rodgers could learn that.
That's very arrogant. Shoulder shaking at people? Imagine if Cam did that, how upset you would be.
Look at him dancing
Yeah,
on
look
the
at him
field.
dancing on the field. How ridiculous. Is there anything that you enjoyed more than Cam being out for the year? Because I don't feel like that there is.
I don't like seeing that. I don't want him to be hurt. I like when players are healthy.
You hate Cam so much.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't like his antics, but I mean, that's not uncommon. I think most people don't like his antics at this point. But as a player, I mean, he's fun to watch.
No, you don't even think that. You just accuse him of celebrating too much after scoring touchdowns.
Well, when you do the Superman when you're down by 30 points, maybe that's a little bit graceless. Maybe that's not good sportsmanship.
Yeah, but he's trying to sell some jerseys, Tim. This is why you're not good at monetizing yourself. You should be good at monetizing yourself, but you're not. Think about all the extra bucks you could have.
I don't think
You could
that
play
way.
multiple DK lineups if you sold yourself a little bit.
Nope, I play the one lineup. Although I really like my lineup this week and haven't tinkered with it once.
Oh, this guy. You haven't tinkered yet, so are you going to start? Can you tell us who's in it? Because I'm not going to copy your lineup. I don't care. So you're using You're using Nick Foles, Zach Ertz, and Elshon Jeffrey.
No, I'm not using Ertz, but I am using Jeffrey.
But you said
Jeffrey.
you have to use Jeffrey.
He's $5,300. He's got top tier receiver talent, and Foles absolutely loves him and has every week they've played. I think he's just a free space on the bingo card.
Free space is a bit much because now that you've said that, he won't be. But I actually do agree with Tim's assessment of Elshon Jeffrey this week. Do you?
Sure, yeah.
Who is your other Eagles player that you're putting with him?
I have Philadelphia's defense.
You're playing Foles, Philly D, and Elshon Jeffrey?
I am.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so your very narrow script here is the Eagles blow out a team by like 24 points, but they have to blow them out in a capacity where it's like 30-6.
I think Houston's going to struggle. I think it's going to be a lot like that game they lost like 9-6. I think Philly's going to score like 24, and I think Houston's going to score like 10. I don't see a very good day from that.
Did you know that the chat says Cust looks like he could be a henchman for the Mighty Monarch? Which is
numbers or ranks?
That's close. It's the numbers or ranks. That's
Yeah,
more
it's
the
really-
voice.
Yeah, mine was more of like a W.C. Fields type of voice.
Pick 3 of these 4, Garion. Joe Mixon, Stephen Diggs, Jamal Williams, and Lizzie McGuire.
Bench Diggs.
I think Diggs is getting the bench there.
I think you're benching Diggs.
The Steelers lost to the Raiders and are on the road, and they gon' beat the Saints? Question mark?
I guess it was a question.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah,
This
I
one
would
just-
agree with that take.
This one just says Donta Foreman? Question mark?
Does exist.
Okay, good.
Is a person.
Ah, here's a real one. Pick 2. Damian Williams, Joe Mixon, Chubb. It's Mixon and Chubb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Pick 2. Thielen, Baldwin, Hilton, Reynolds. I'd go Thielen and Hilton.
Yeah.
Thielen and Reynolds.
You wouldn't play T.Y. Hilton?
Yeah, you did say T.Y.
You would also play Reynolds over Baldwin?
Yes, I would take Reynolds over Baldwin this week. But no, I would take T.Y. ahead
What?
of them. Sorry.
Just because I'm curious, what is like? I didn't pick Doug Baldwin because I don't think he's the caliber of those 2 other wide receivers. But why are you scared off of Doug Baldwin this week?
I don't trust him. I think that he's still not 100%. I think the Chiefs are going to clue on him. I think they understand to beat Seattle.
You
If
can't
take
clue on anyone in Seattle. That's Seattle's gimmick.
You can double Baldwin and take.
They're not going to double
Why would you
Baldwin.
double Baldwin and leave Lockett in single coverage?
I think it would be surprising if they don't. I think they are going to double him because you take
Also,
him.
fun fact, teams rarely double any player in football.
That's also not true.
It's actually completely true.
It
Players
happens
are
with
doubled
Gronk
on almost every
sometimes.
single play,
No, that is not true.
whether it be a defensive lineman or whether it be a receiver.
Okay.
Like both
Yes,
sides.
I'm sorry. Yes, they might double the nose tackle if they're running up the gut. Sorry, Tim. In coverage, you rarely see a single player get double teamed. Gronk is like the only one. They don't even do it to him anymore.
It does happen.
And it's not even really a double team. They might shift the safety
Yeah,
a little bit.
there could be bracket coverage with the safety that over the top you have help. Yes.
That's the same as double coverage.
No, it's not. That is
It's
not the same.
That the safety is not completely solely reserved for
and
that
no one's
player.
doing that to Doug Baldwin.
Yeah.
We shall see. I think almost certainly.
So almost certainly because of 2 factors why you can't play Doug Baldwin. He's hurt, so you can't play him, and he's going to be double covered. Why would you double cover a hurt player?
Because he's still the best option they've got. That's why.
He didn't think this one through.
I like
before he
Baldwin.
started
No,
doing
I,
it.
mean, I think the logic actually here is bulletproof. He's by far their best receiver. You take him out of the picture. You force Seattle to beat you with the guys they've got left, and they've got to score 35 to beat you. I don't think they can at that point.
Look, Seattle's game plan all season long has been to distribute the ball evenly in their passing game.
Yeah.
Therefore, you can't really shadow or shade to one receiver. Also, for as much as I don't really trust any of their receivers because of this concept, Baldwin has 7 red zone targets in the past 4 games. Like, that is his role now. He is the designed red zone receiver.
I would say if you're going to make a case against Doug Baldwin, it's that if Seattle's going to win this game, and I think they do win this game.
They're going to run out the clock.
They're just going to run.
Sure. I would just say that Baldwin's in a nice matchup. You can't project him for anything more than 6 targets at this point. But I would say if he gets 5 targets, there's a very good chance in a, maybe not even a high-scoring game, but a game where there's going to be points. This is not going to be 9-3. I just think he's proven to be their red zone receiver in recent weeks.
Luck or Baker?
You're going to see a huge increase in plays from the Seahawks today because they have to. The Chiefs are going to compel them to
No,
play.
you would do the opposite of that. There
Chiefs
might
are
be a
smart.
scenario where they have to, but we saw this with Baltimore against the Chiefs. You want to slow the game down.
And they lost. You can't beat the Chiefs that way.
They
Only way
lost
the
in
Chiefs have
overtime
lost.
on a fluky fumble. They gave you the blueprint.
Chiefs have only lost this season when teams score 29 or more points against them. You play them close, you lose. It's that simple.
Yes, it's true. You should change your entire offensive philosophy to go beat a team. That works every
That's
time.
actually what coaches are paid to do week in, week out, is to make those changes and adapt. The ones who are stodgy and don't make changes are the ones that don't last. My goodness.
The Ravens' blueprint is the blueprint, except in this situation, you take out Lamar Jackson and insert Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that seems
works
pretty
out
good.
much better.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Don't even run.
And
Tim.
also, as you know, Seattle tight ends are a thing.
Oh, well, that I don't want to get you upset.
Tim,
Very true.
are you under a bridge right now? Question mark. He's eating the bone.
I know that
He's
person
eating the
thinks they-
bones of all of his enemies, like
I know
Doug
that
Baldwin,
person
apparently.
thinks they made a funny point, but the humor, the unlettered humor, is lost on me.
Gus looks like a grown version of Thurman Merman. We
It's
already
been
knew
brought
that.
up.
That's been brought up before. Luck or Baker? I like Luck.
Yeah, luck.
I like them both, but if Rashad Penny is ruled out, would you play Mike Davis or Alfred Blue in PPR?
Oh,
Davis was targeted 8 times last week. I
Just
don't
play-
see how you could
just
not
play
play a
Blue.
starting running back.
Just play blue.
Play Blue.
Yeah, I guess so.
Tim, would you rather finish 6-10 if you were the Jets or with the number 1 pick?
I don't need that number 1 pick as much as I need Sam to have confidence. That number 1 pick is not going to be as important
That's
to the
what the
team.
Peacock's for.
So
That's to calm his nerves.
Well, it could be
I
a
also
little
don't
bit.
think
He's
the
gonna be
number
one of
1
those
pick
guys.
Are you suggesting he needs a second peacock, a confidence peacock?
He needs maybe not a peacock, maybe something else.
also the first pick overall is
Ferret.
just not really
A confidence
hard.
ferret.
I want him to win.
The Jets can't get the first pick anymore?
They can, but like they need wins from the Cardinals and the Raiders, and I don't think that. And now with the way the game worked yesterday, it's screwed up the strength of schedule. Niners jump back ahead of the Jets because of a strength of schedule thing, so they need help.
Will play David Johnson or any Rams running back? I would play Gurley over David Johnson if it came down to
Yeah, the fact that you don't have to wait on this particular
Yeah.
one is nice. If Gurley plays, play Gurley.
If not, play David
Yeah,
Johnson.
you're fine.
Pick 3, Damian Williams.
You got Williams, son.
Okay. Luck or Ryan? I like Luck.
Luck. Just play luck.
I like Ryan this week.
Like Ryan?
Yeah, close to.
Keenum or Goff? I'll stick with Goff.
Goff.
Yeah, agreed.
Look, as someone who almost had to play Case Keenum this week, justifying
What
it
are you
would have
doing,
been,
Tim?
I'm not doing anything.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what the static picks. I'm really not doing anything. I'm in my chair.
Tim lost a poll this
He's
week.
blowing on his yogurt to cool it off.
It does sound like you're blowing on something.
I have some tea here, but
Are you blowing on the tea so it's not so hot for your precious tongue?
occasionally I don't want to burn my palate.
So that's what it is. You're blowing into your microphone.
But I'm not moving anywhere.
Just so everyone's aware, I guess Labs has taken this as a definite confirmation, but DeAndre Hopkins gave a reporter the thumbs up in pregame after working out.
I
So
like it.
Seems like he's definitely going to
Coop
play.
from Twin Peaks.
Exactly.
Would you play as a running back too, David Johnson or Alfred Blue? There, I would just stick with David
Yeah,
Johnson.
just play David Johnson.
Agreed.
Juju,
Worst case, he gets 20 touches.
Juju or Robbie? I'll take Juju.
Juju.
Yeah, agreed.
Flex Damian Williams or Jamal Williams? I'll take Damian Williams.
I will also take Damian Williams.
Agreed.
Mike Evans or T.Y. Hilton? I'll take T.Y. Hilton.
Yes.
I'll take Evans.
Week 15 week watcher. First time question asker. So let's go, Benji. Kind of screwed by injury. So LaShawn McCoy or Rocket Richard?
Play
There
Richard.
I would take McCoy.
I would go Richard.
I just think the ceiling's so much higher for McCoy.
Does anyone think that Foreman has a shot to get more carries than Alfred Blue?
No, but I do think he probably touches the ball 10 times.
Okay. I initially had Blue down more in the rankings, but then I remember that every time Alfred Blue plays, he ends up with like 7 catches.
And that's the thing. So
And if the pass rush from the Eagles is actually back, without Cutie, the corpse of Demarius Thomas out there, and just DeAndre Hopkins running down the field, then Blue's probably going to soak up like 7-8 targets.
I don't know about the targets because, again, Houston targets their running back less than any team in football. But my justification for this would just be that Blue has consistently gotten about 10 touches per game. I don't know what he's doing.
I think he turned himself on mute finally.
Okay. Yeah, I just think that you basically take Blue's former role and give that away, and then he inherits Miller's, and it's probably going to be somewhere between 18 to 20 touches this game. But I don't think he's going to be on the field for 85% of the snaps, no.
All right, we're going to take a few more questions here. We flipped the format this week just a little bit. And then we'll get to the injury report once again, re-up, then we'll start rolling through the game. So question for you, Coin. Cowboys or Browns? Cowboys. What do you think about defense?
Yeah, Cowboys.
Okay. This guy's
I think so.
answering questions in the chat. He's banned for life.
Oh my God, yes. Get him out.
Yeah, he's gone. Sony Michelle, Mark Ingram, or Lizzie McGuire, banned for
Banned.
life.
Nice.
Brait or Jimmy Graham? I'll take Cameron Brait.
Yeah, I'll take Brait too.
Oh, for sure. Camp's going to have a nice day.
Theo Riddick or Jalen Richard? Half point. I'll take Jalen Richard.
Yeah, there it's for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Kittle me timbers or Jalen Samuels?
I'm going to play Kittle. It's always
I'm
Kittle.
going to play Samuels.
Ooh.
I don't think it's that.
don't
That's
really-
right. Let's see what the coin has.
Look,
to
I've
say
got no
about
problem with
this.
Kittle, but it's not a great matchup.
Coin likes Kittle. And me timbers.
I believe the Bears have yet to allow 50 yards to a tight end this season.
Yeah, but
They're
Kittle,
good at defense.
but Kittle's good.
They also haven't played San Fran yet, so.
San Fran.
San Fran?
You know, I don't come on here every week just to be brutalized on the chat.
Who's going to take the Josh Gordon spot, Patterson or Hogan? It's definitely going to be Hogan, but in the games where he played.
They'll mix it too.
But he played over 90% of the snaps in the games when Edelman was back and Gordon wasn't playing earlier, and he still did nothing.
yeah,
What about Philip Dorsett?
and that's the thing. There's going to be some Dorset. There's going to be some Patterson. Like I
When there
don't
was
think
no
it's a
Edelman,
straight
Dorsett was a real deal.
Yeah, but there is Edelman.
I know, but like they had one fewer receiver. I'm just saying there's market share, to use that sort of like heavy and dead language. There's market share.
When you say
him.
heavy and dead language, is it because you don't understand what it means?
No, it's just it's a really bad analogy.
I don't know. Heavy language is pretty plus EV.
Yeah. Well, why do you think it's bad language? Please explain this to us.
This is not stock market. I should be using just the regular plain
It's
English.
very
Exactly.
similar to the stock
Yeah,
market.
it's exactly what you want. Let me describe it to you like this. There is a pie chart of targets to go around for all the receivers. Now, each of those receivers is going to get a share of that pie. Don't even think of pie chart. Just think of a pie, Tim. We'll just keep it real easy. And the slices can be different sizes. And your share of that. Now, in the market that we're talking about, because a lot of DraftKings is like playing the stock market. You're buying the stocks of the players. Generally, when they're going down, that's when everyone's off them. You want to buy them coming on the way back up, before everyone gets back in. So in this particular circumstance, market share would make a lot of sense. I think it's a very easy way to describe it to people of what you're talking about.
I mean, sure, but I always usually think argument by analogy fails because you should just use the words instead of.
Okay, you please explain it then. You just said market share, so what would you use?
I would just say opportunity. I think there are reception opportunities for him, and then just put it.
Couldn't you say that about anyone who's on the fucking field?
But are opportunities routes run or are opportunities targets?
I think targets.
Okay, but that's
I do.
now by using the word opportunities, you've made that unclear, and I've had to ask a follow-up question, which has wasted
Sure.
everyone's
So,
time.
You're right. You should drill down on using the plain language. I think, and we do this in all walks of life. We try to use analogies and we overlay our language with heavy concepts to sort of exclude and include certain people to conversations. I just don't think it's helpful. And so I should stop doing it too. And so, yeah, I think there are better target opportunities for them.
I'm glad we figured this out.
So what's the share of those targets going to be? Because that's actually important.
That I do not know. I can't speak to that. I should actually, because I actually, I'm sort of winging it here. I'm not looking at what his targets were in weeks 1 to 4, but I would imagine it's in and around that area.
Okay, so re-up on the injury report right now. Chris Ivory, Todd Gurley. We don't know about Todd Gurley yet, but he's trending towards playing. Is that what we're going with?
Is that even fair?
I don't even know. He's like 50-50.
I mean, he didn't practice all week, which I'll say this is a team that didn't have any of their starters play the entire preseason. If there was a team that was going to let players play after not practicing all week, it would be the Rams. But I'm still not feeling great about it.
Okay, so Ivory, Penny, LaShawn McCoy, Breda, Mixon, Donta Foreman, all expected to be active. Spencer Ware expected to be inactive. Marcus Murphy, Judge Ito, Aaron Jones, Garion Johnson, Frank Gore, James Conner, and Lamar Miller all out, declared out already. Todd Gurley's going to be 50-50. If you want to hear the Todd Gurley discussion about what to go do with him, rewind to like the 2-minute mark where we spent 10 minutes on it talking about it. We don't need to re-up on that. The only thing that we need to say is the coin likes C.J. Anderson more than it likes John Kelly. I believe, Gary, and you and I like John Kelly more than C.J. Anderson.
Yeah.
And Tim?
I do prefer Anderson more, but I don't feel super strong about it.
And in my updated rankings, which you can find in the description and on the website right now or in the comment section, that Jordan Howard would be the cutoff for these guys. We'd play Jordan Howard above any of the C.J. Andersons or John Kellys of the world if Todd Gurley was to sit. So that can be your barometer. Julio Jones, Deshaun Jackson, Juju Smith-Schuster, T.Y. Hilton, Chad Williams, all expected to be in. So is Trent Sherfield. Looks like he's going to play too. DJ Chark and Randall Cobb expected to sit. Quincy Enunwa, Odell Beckham, Bruce Ellington, Tyler Boyd, Kiki Cutie, and Sammy Watkins all officially ruled out. Aaron Rodgers will play. Carson Wentz won't. Cam Newton out for the season. And that's what we're looking at. Jeff Swaim placed on IR.
Yeah.
And people are getting real antsy about Blake Jarwin this week.
I get tight end is a wasteland, but
You can do better.
yeah, just play Evan Ingram.
Well, of course. Evan Ingram's top 5 tight end this week.
Oh, yeah.
That is why I have plugged in my tight end spot.
Yeah, you and everyone else, Tim.
I don't care.
I like that.
I don't care.
So your argument that you couldn't play Sam Darnold because he was going to be too popular, and you're just going to use the most popular tight end.
I mean, part of that was just me being sarcastic.
So you didn't want to play him because you think he sucks.
No, I just think there are better options. That's all.
Ooh. What are those better options? Should the
I told
Jets
you.
try to capitalize on these better options at quarterback?
Should the Jets trade Sam Darnold for Nick Foles? I guess is the question. Well, you're playing Nick Foles.
This week I am, yes, because I don't like what the Texans present. And I think Philadelphia's fired up, enthused, and we saw a good offense from them the last couple of weeks actually against both Dallas and against St. Louis. And they both have good defenses. I think the Rams, whatever. And they both have good defenses. So I think there's something to be said about Philadelphia having a good opportunity to put up points.
I don't like the word market share because it's too confusing. I'm playing Nick Foles because Philly's fired up.
They are fired up. Are they not? And they've also been playing good football the last couple of weeks against good teams. And that's something to be said about that.
And now Washington's out of it too, so that thorn's out of their side.
True. Very true.
All right, the games. Atlanta at Carolina settled at 3. Carolina's the 3-point home dog in this matchup. Heineke, he's starting, and I'm playing him. $4,000 on DraftKings.
Sure.
Could you pair him with anyone that's not McCaffrey? I would say Ian Thomas if I had to.
Ian Thomas is fine. I guess if you really want to play for the high upside, if you want to put a lineup together with DJ Moore, I think that's fine. Just on the chance that if someone breaks off a huge play, my money would be on DJ Moore. But I would probably prefer to either play him on an island or play him with McCaffrey because then you basically get the entire market volume for touchdowns.
What's the potential for him just being disastrous?
Oh, it's
very high.
It's not nothing, but Atlanta's defense has been awful.
4K is just so hard.
He really just has to throw 2 touchdowns.
I'm not streaming him through my championship matchup lineup.
No.
But on DraftKings, it's imagine if he gets a rushing touchdown. You called him NFC Josh Allen?
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, and that I know nothing about him, I'm going to assume he's NFC Josh Allen.
So cheap. Tim, are you eating cereal or something?
No, I'm tinkering.
I thought you loved your lineup so much.
I do, but then I had a brainwave. I was like, well, what if I did this? And then I opened up a lot of money, and it's like, oh man.
And now he needs to fill because
And I was like, oh man.
if he left $100 on the table of his DraftKings lineup, that's unacceptable for Tim.
I hate it. It bothers me to no end. I like to maximize every dollar.
You should really play the showdown contest. So you can.
I did once, and I despised it.
If you ever win, then you split all your money with like 700,000 other people.
Well, it also, yeah, like you have to make the kicker the captain or something foolish.
No, you just leave a few bucks on the table, Tim.
You kind of
I don't
have
like
to
it.
leave bucks. Like, I don't think you could play a showdown lineup.
I did. The
There's-
Vikings and Packers. It was Vikings Packers, and I found a way to spend every dollar.
I was gonna say there's usually only like one or two ways that you can actually spend every
That's
dollar.
what I'm saying. And a lot of people are like Tim, who want to use every dollar, so he just has the same lineup as everyone else.
Oh boy.
Julio, you concerned? I'm
really.
not. I actually think he's the most expensive DraftKings receiver today. I actually kind of like him.
No one's gonna be on him.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean,
everyone-
every great receiver's in a great spot. So everyone's on Hopkins. It's weird that everyone was just 100% confident that Hopkins was going to play, and they don't have that same level of faith in Julio.
But Julio always plays.
Yeah, I know.
Who didn't have the same? Who was not digging Julio?
No, I'm just saying, this week in particular, I feel like everyone's on Hopkins, who also was a question mark to play this week. Like, it's not like he's 100% healthy, but for some reason, we're not giving that same level of confidence to Julio.
I think it's because Atlanta's out of it.
I guess.
That would be what I would think. I'm still going with Atlanta in this game. Tim, are you still taking Carolina?
Yeah, I'm less confident than I was because on Wednesday I was getting that hook when I thought the line was off. I will still take Carolina, but with a lot less confidence.
Buffalo and the Patriots. This game opened at 13. Josh Gordon gets suspended. It goes to 13.5.
What's the money?
Money's on Buffalo.
Yeah, makes sense.
I
And yet
like-
it's moved slightly towards Patriots.
I like the Patriots here. Patriots at home. Take Patriots at home to cover spreads. Boom. Win
Yeah.
money.
It's a pretty good way to go about it.
Yeah, but in division, that's too many points in almost any circumstance in division.
Yeah,
So
Buffalo doesn't hang with them in Foxborough. This is like it's
no,
like the
but
Dolphins
it's just
too.
a matter of if you look historically of teams in division, like that seems to be way too
Yeah,
many
but
points.
The AFC East for the last 18 years it kind of bucks historical trends of division. It's not exactly an evenly matched division.
Oh, actually,
I get it. Although that's not quite true in terms of like playoff teams that are coming out. But
at 13. So spread-wise, people are picking the Bills. It's around a 67% clip money coming in on the Bills against the spread. But 70% of the money is on the Patriots because I believe
Lot of
they're being
teasers.
teased down.
Yep.
I
That would
believe
make
that.
sense.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if I would tease this game. I would just take the minus 13.5 and roll with tease it down to 6.5.
Yeah.
Well, you get to see two key numbers that way, so I actually don't hate it.
I mean that's the point of teasing, but I just
Yeah, but like it's not a terrible teaser. Like there are worse teams to tease through than the Patriots today.
Did you lose your teaser yesterday with the Chargers?
No,
They weren't on
I
it?
didn't have the Chargers. No, because I would have had to tease through zero. And I don't do that,
You've done it before.
and I don't do it anymore.
Did
Learned
you-
my lesson. No, I had nobody yesterday.
Oh,
I
you
do
did-
have the Bills teased in this game though, because
Yeah.
you can also tease up to 20.
You have the Bills tease up to 20?
Yes,
I still like the Patriots here. What do you think
I
happens?
get it.
Who can you start fantasy-wise? Like a good start for the Patriots? Edelman,
Edelman's
Gronk,
still
and
solid.
White?
Yeah,
White even a
Michelle,
good start?
I guess.
it's a tough one because I've heard a lot of people be very keen on White this week, and I get it. The Bills have a very stout run defense that would generally mean the pass catching running back's going to flourish, but I don't know. I like the Patriots by more than 2 touchdowns in this game.
So
So
someone scores. Patriots D, people are real gung-ho for them. I'm not. They generate no pressure. And they might get Josh Allen. If you want to bet the Bills in this game, just bet Bills money line.
that might not be. The
I
way
don't
to
know
go.
that I agree with
I don't think I agree with that.
Let's see, plus 6-1. I would say that if the Bills cover the spread, 1 of 6 times they win this game.
Yeah.
Or they just don't cover the spread. It doesn't matter anyway.
I don't think it's. I wouldn't say it's like the Chiefs or the Ravens a couple weeks ago where you might as well just take the money line. I think there is sound logic to thinking that the Patriots won't cover 13.5 points here. I like
would
the
just
Patriots,
take
but
the Bills in the first. If I was going to do that, I would just take Buffalo in the first half rather than the whole game.
That's
I think they'd be more
interesting.
will play their best in the first half. That's the way I would play it if I were so inclined.
So you're playing Gronk over Shady in your fantasy finals, right, Garion?
Yeah.
Because of this Jalen Samuels thing.
Yeah.
I think I would too.
I want to exploit Yahoo's generosity, but I just don't have the running back 3 to do it. So, because
James Conner didn't really screw you because it gave you a tight end.
yeah, it was fine. I was able to pick up Samuels. It was all good. But yeah, I've got Jordan Howard. I've got Shady. It's just not enough for me. I'm just gonna play Gronk.
Okay.
I don't even really have the utmost confidence in Gronk, but
Bills side, Allen, he's a play.
yep.
Rank the Bills receivers for me, please.
Okay. I like Zay Jones the best.
Okay.
And then after that, they're all just guys I don't want to play. So you can put them in any order you want.
Okay, so I think Robert Foster's a must play this week.
Yep, I would agree.
Robert Foster,
No, I
Isaiah
agree.
Robert Foster, Isaiah McKenzie, then Zay Jones would be the way that I have it.
That's how I would rank them too.
I would not. I would put Zay first, then Foster.
Why do you have Zay first?
He's been there the longest. He's the guy I think has the best rapport.
He's the only one whose name Tim knows.
He takes the top off the defense.
He doesn't. Robert Foster takes the top off the defense.
But so does Zay Jones.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
I'll look up his stats right now.
Give me an A for Robert Foster,
I'm finding
please.
it right now. Give me a second.
Give me the right. I believe it's like 21 is his average depth of target. Because he runs down the field. This is how he's eclipsed 100 yards in 3 of the past 4 games. Because he's just downfield. You gonna find it?
Yeah, I'm finding it right now.
Quicker.
Look, man, this takes a while now. Zay Jones' A-dot this season is 13 yards, which is not
It's just fine.
not horrible. Robert Foster's A-dot is 24 yards.
How many games has Robert Foster played?
11 games.
Yeah, I don't like his chances. I don't like his chances this week much at all.
See,
I ain't playing.
and I actually prefer McKenzie to Zay Jones here.
Yeah, so do I.
Zay Jones is the interesting contrarian DraftKings pick because no one's playing him.
Robert Foster, among the more than 250 wide receivers who have played at least 25% of their team snaps, leads the league in A-dot by a full 3 yards.
Wow, who's second?
Travis Benjamin.
Really?
Then Deshaun Jackson, then Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson. There you go, Tim. You play your Robert Foster, Robbie Anderson stacks.
Listen, I don't think Foster has a good day at all. So this will be a good candidate for us to bet against when we come to a receiver I like better, because I do not like him at all today.
Is he the receiver that you're going to like better, like Devontae Adams?
No, I don't think so.
Is it some
Well,
elite receiver?
No, we will come to a receiver that I think is reasonable.
Let me tell you this, Tim. We're not going to get through all the games before we get to the viewer
We'll get
question.
to a few of them. I have a couple of guys in mind. So
Okay,
we will,
just give them out to me now. If you don't tease the bet, give me the bet.
like someone like Adam Humphries, for example.
Oh, wow. That's a surprise. You like Adam Humphries this week?
I do, and he's cheap.
Who are the other ones you like?
Do we really have to go through each and every one of them right now?
If you said you like them, yeah, I wanna hear.
You said you liked them. Who are the receivers that you like? This is what people want to know.
Sterling Shepard.
Okay.
I rather like Golden Tate this week. I think he has a bounce back.
But he wasn't going to be in your DraftKings lineup?
Golden Tate is not my DraftKings lineup, but I still think he's pretty good.
Okay.
I like Jarvis Landry.
Okay.
I like Josh Reynolds.
Did you call him Jarvis Landry?
Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry. I like Josh Reynolds.
Okay.
You claim this guy Foster was a must start, so there's almost any receiver I could take against him, and you wouldn't play him. I mean, he's 4,900.
Well, I just want to hear all of these. I want to hear all the guys that you would bet me against. So you're offering 5 bets?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not offering 5.
What is
I'm
the
What
bet?
are you talking about? I want to take 4 of those guys. I'll throw out
No.
Landry because I actually have Landry ranked higher. But the other 4, I want straight up versus Robert Foster.
No, I'm not presenting 4.
Well, quit being a pussy.
That
Bet
would
me.
be asinine.
Did
and
you
reckless.
bring a bet
why
to
would
the
it be
table?
asinine? I like all these guys more than this other guy who I don't even think is the best receiver on the Bills. And then you're too cowardly to take my fucking bet? Be a man.
I'll take it with Humphreys. So you don't like him with Humphreys, we'll take that bet.
I want all 4 of them.
Well, that's nice. You
No,
can want all-
then let me pick the guy that I want to. You gave me 5 options. Let me pick the one then.
Okay, that's fair.
I want Reynolds.
Okay, Josh Reynolds versus Robert Foster. You're on.
Oh, that's a good bet.
Hopefully. I mean, I hope Josh Reynolds gets Patrick Peterson.
Probably is going to.
We'll see. I still like. I'm actually playing Isaiah McKenzie in my.
I like Isaiah McKenzie a lot this
Yeah.
week.
Because if there's a situation where the Patriots realize that Robert Foster is the best receiver on the Bills and take him out, that would be bad news. He'll probably still outscore Josh Reynolds, so that's good.
Well, he just needs to catch 2 of his passes, which travel 25 yards per target.
Well, we have to I have to hedge against a Josh Reynolds touchdown. That's really the big one here.
Yes.
Because, every once in a while, he's going to get them in. We'll get to the viewer questions here in about 10 minutes. Any game in particular, Tim, you want to talk about? Because I want to talk about Packers-Jets. This got back down to 2.5 very briefly. Now it's back up to 3.
Well, I guess we're talking about it now. Then that's not really what I want to talk. I don't think there's a lot of fantasy discussion to be had here.
Robbie Anderson is going to be the most owned wide receiver on DraftKings this week.
Yep.
I see
Okay.
it.
I don't hate it. Yeah.
I don't love him this week, to be honest with you. I think he's fine, but I don't love him.
Okay. Elijah McGuire is a starting running back, top 20 this week.
Yeah, that's where I'd have him, around 18, 19, 20.
So on the other side of the ball, you got Jamal Williams, who you're probably playing. I actually like Jamal Williams on DraftKings. I thought initially during the week that he'd end up being super popular, but is not trending that way whatsoever because everyone's playing Marlon Mack.
Yeah.
Now, I think Mack is objectively a better play, but if you're going to give me 5 times as much ownership on one guy, I don't think that Marlon Mack is 5 times as good of a play and outscores him 5 times as often as Jamal Williams. So I'll take Jamal Williams.
The Jets have been surprisingly good at defending running backs in the passing game in recent weeks, but that might just be because teams have figured out they just have to run the football against the Jets to be hyper-effective.
Part of it's that, but the Jets linebackers are really good open field tacklers, and I think that's another part of it.
Sure, just something
or is that Tim headcanon? Tim,
again, that's not even a word.
There's got to be a reason for it.
I like that Tim is big on headcanon to begin with. He just makes up things in his mind and just spouts it as truths.
The Jets are good open field tacklers at the linebacker position. You saw it last week too. But part of the reason is you can run on them far more effectively than you can just pass to them.
Whatever the reason, by Warren Sharp's metrics, teams have the lowest success rate in football the last 5 weeks passing to their running backs against the Jets. But again, you can run very successfully against the Jets, so it's not that big.
Do we think that anyone else gets backfield looks here? Like Capri Bibbs was signed. Do you think he does anything?
I mean, someone's going to spell Williams. I don't think they're going to have Williams play 85% of the snaps.
I think they might. I don't know who else they got.
Maybe. Well, look, Philbin seemed to like Williams more than he liked Jones anyway. So
Adams for sure, even though he's banged up, you're playing Devontae Adams. You're playing Rodgers. You're playing Jamal Williams. Is there any other Packer, without Randall Cobb around? Do you fire him?
Well, I mean, you seem to think that Sam loves turning the ball over, so why wouldn't you play the Packers defense since you think Sam's going to turn the ball over a bunch?
I can see them running the ball a lot here. And, I mean, you have to bank on the pick 6 from that front. And I just think they're better defenses to play. In much better spots. But they're not out of the question.
Yeah, but they'd be like the 15th or 16th defense. Yeah. I think.
I'd rather play Jacksonville's defense against Miami.
Yeah, of course.
Or Miami's defense against Jacksonville.
That too.
Just that seems like a game where there's lots of turnovers going on.
Yeah, but to your point, I tried to find reasons to not play Robbie Anderson this week. I tried to find reasons that I wouldn't invest in that chalk. But, even Jair Alexander is giving up over 2 yards per route covered so far this season. Pass
interference, man?
That would be the one thing, is that maybe he just pass interferes with Robbie Anderson too much and we don't get any fantasy points from it.
Is there anything to look at that where Robbie Anderson is chalk and he's going to be the downfield guy that the Packers know this is the only threat that they have going on, that with Enunwa out, you play Jermaine Kearse at like $3,400?
I think for me, I'm either playing Anderson or I'm not. I'm not looking for other ways.
You're not looking for Herndon or anything like that?
I don't mind Herndon, but yeah, I don't think I'm looking to stack this game so desperately that I need to find someone here. For me, I don't think. Do we really think Sam's going to be like a highly owned quarterback?
No. Tim does, but no.
Okay.
The answer is actually no.
Yeah. So maybe that's the way you differentiate your Robbie Anderson.
So when Tim is wrong, he was being sarcastic now.
No,
that's his new thing.
I was just being.
Again, maybe that's the way you differentiate your Robbie Anderson is you hope that he catches 2 touchdowns and maybe Sam can throw 1 more or runs for a touchdown. That would be the ideal situation, but it's not off the table.
Sam should be running for more touchdowns because his metabolism doesn't look like it's very good, so he needs to constantly be doing cardio.
Taking the bait. Don't care.
So smash the like button.
You're going to let him fat shame your quarterback?
Whatever makes him feel good. He might as well get his digs in now because he's going to have 15 years of not being able to make any.
You're really setting these expectations very highly.
Yeah, I am.
The money's on the Jets. Does that surprise you?
No,
Really?
that kind of makes sense. I mean, I bet you it's not going to be a highly bet game, but I do.
Why?
see
Why?
the-
You're dealing with your words. Remember the marquee franchise of the AFC.
I think both of these teams are out of it.
I'll channel Feinberg here. I think if Jeff were asked this question, and he might have said this on Wednesday, but I just feel like the public just saw the Jets hang with Houston,
Yep.
and the public thinks that Aaron Rodgers has given up. So the public, those squares, Pat,
I'll say this.
They'll be talking back here
Yeah.
and then really lean in really far and blow everyone's ears out. Sorry, Paul. That's what Jeff does to Paul and the listeners. So what is the game that you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Tampa and Dallas.
Okay, I like Tampa.
I think there's a ton of fantasy questions in there.
I don't think there is.
think I just play who you're playing.
You play Zeke for sure. You play
Playing
Amari
Cooper
Cooper.
for sure.
You're playing Dak. And you can probably play the defense. I think on the Tampa side of the ball, it gets a bit tricky, but you're definitely playing Evans, even though it's not a great spot. You're probably definitely playing Humphreys. Now that Deshaun Jackson is back.
that's all you can really do, yeah.
I would probably play Deshaun over Godwin, but I don't want to play either of them because
No, I wouldn't play
you
either.
don't know which one's going to play.
You could play Brait.
You could play Brait.
That's about it.
Brait would be a top 10 tight end for me. And you could potentially play Barber if you're in a deeper league. But you should have, with all the guys that got freed up on the waiver wire
Yeah.
the last 2 weeks, you should have a better option than
Like
Peyton
I would play. We went over this, but again, I would play either Rams running back,
Yeah.
not named Todd Gurley,
Me too.
ahead of Peyton Barber. I know Tim wouldn't.
I mean,
So,
still,
so what were your questions about this, Tim?
Winston at 55 is not a good price.
I can't do Winston this week.
I think it's a better DraftKings play than it would be like in your season-long championship.
Okay, I buy that. I think I was questioning about Tampa's defense. I mean, Dallas just got shut out by a team that's not the greatest defense in the world by any means. They're only $2,300. I mean, that's a cheap defense, so you could save that money, use it elsewhere.
You want to go with Tampa's D? Like if you are,
I'm not saying you want to go. I'm
if
just
you're
saying
going to play Tampa's D, like, I think you're just searching for straws here in this game of like.
no. These are questions I had because at one point I had Tampa's defense in my lineup.
I wouldn't advise that.
Unless you think that this is going to be a super close game or Tampa wins, I don't see where the points come from Tampa's defense because
Which I do in both of those instances.
Okay, well, you want your defense to be facing a team that's going to be throwing a ton. That leads to sacks, that leads to fumbles, interceptions, and scores. Now, this game is now 7.5 for Dallas, which is a very run-heavy script for a team that loves to run to begin with. That if that script stays and Dallas jumps up in this game, Tampa's just going to be playing run defense the entire time.
Well, that's all very, very sound, but that's just the questions that I had about it.
Also, Dak, even when he does throw, has one of the lowest ADOTs in the league because half the time he's just checking it down to Zeke. Like there's just not a lot of high risk throws in that offense.
And now that they have Amari Cooper, well, they only have 3 throws. They dump it off to Zeke, complete 90-yard touchdowns
Right.
to Amari Cooper, or Dak overthrows Michael Gallup when he's wide open 50 yards down the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Josh Johnson was doing that yesterday too. Josh Doxson could have had a big game.
He certainly could in that first
he-
drive. He missed him.
He was wide open like 3 times down the field and got missed every time. Just like my main man, the sprinkler, he couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
He
like
had-
2
He
catches?
had one nice drive where he had 2 catches,
Yep.
and that was it. The game that I guess we should talk about is the Steelers-Saints game before we
Yes.
get into the viewer questions. Now it's 6.5. My bet, I made 3 preseason bets. I was telling you before the show. Ravens over 8.5 wins. Cash it. Ravens to win the AFC North. If Pittsburgh loses, they're in the driver's seat all of a sudden.
Yep.
They are now a 57% chance to win the AFC North. The other one was Doug Baldwin to lead the league in yardage. Didn't happen. I don't think he's making a comeback.
I thought about that
He's
earlier
going to
this
be
week.
double covered, so he
Yeah, it's true.
definitely
It's
can't do
tough.
it in this game.
It was funny though because we talked about this right off the hop of the season. I remember your take, and I didn't disagree with the logic. Was that he was going to have to pass the ball all the time, and they've literally done the inverse of
They
that.
went the exact opposite, and it worked out for them.
Yeah, I would say from this game, the only like interesting take, and it might not even be that interesting because he's the highest priced quarterback and everyone's paying down, but like I'm not interested in using Ben this week on DraftKings. I think he's a fine play.
Breeze
in
and
season
Ben
long.
are both going to will both be 2 of the 4 highest owned quarterbacks.
And that's fair. I don't really want anything to do with Ben this week.
Yeah, Tim, how do you break down this game for fantasy?
I think it is going to be far more resembling what we saw last Sunday between the Patriots and the Steelers
I
than like a
agree.
high-scoring
Yep.
game. I mean, we've seen the Saints last couple of weeks. 2 of the last 3 weeks, the Saints have struggled to score, and they didn't score for 3 quarters against Tampa and then just exploded late and then had trouble against Carolina. And so we're coming into this game where I think Both teams present each other some very good problems. I think they're very well matched for each other. I think I like the game like 24-17 for the Saints.
Yeah.
Or like not a ton of points. And as such, I would not be stacking. In fact, I don't have anyone in either of those games in my lineup because I just think this is actually a good spot to pivot away in lineups.
If you want to save money, there is one guy from this game that you can play, and no one's going to play him. $3,000. No, he's on the Saints.
Is it Ted Ginn Jr.?
Ted Ginn Jr. back today. Get him at home on the fast track, and I have no idea how much he's going to play, but he's expected to be active in this game. I love Ted Ginn at home, man. He burns.
Look, Traquan
Might as well
didn't do
double him
anything
up
to
with
steal that
Saints
job
D
from him.
with those dub points.
Now, Tommy Lee Lewis does the returning in Kamara.
Yeah.
They have been, but I wonder if that's just a factor of Ginn not.
No,
being
Tommy
at
Lee Lewis is the one who. Ginn might get on punts. Tommy Lee Lewis has always returned kickoffs.
You would figure
enough.
though they're going to save his snaps. If he's on a limited snap count, they're probably going to save him for offense, not for calling for fair catches. Yeah, I think Tim's right. I think that is the narrative that I've sort of constructed in my head, that this is not going to be that high scoring of a game. You look at the Saints defense, even just the last 3 weeks. Like, I know you log into DraftKings and it looks great. There's that giant, they've allowed the most points to quarterbacks. It's just not been the case recently.
Listen, you log on to the betting site right now and look at the over-unders for the week. The
It's
second
53, right?
It's 53 right now. The next closest one is Giants Colts at 48.5.
Scoring's been down the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, unders have been all over the place. But now that we're all in on this
Sure.
game goes under, does it have like 78 points?
It's possible, but the Saints defense, they do a couple things exceedingly well, and one of those things is pressure the quarterback. They have the third highest adjusted sack rate in football.
But if we switch to the other side,
Good
the
offensive
Steelers have
line.
one of the best offensive lines in football.
And that's fair. But I just think that they can get pressure. And Ben has proven, especially this incarnation of Ben, that he will make mistakes under those situations. I'm not saying he'll have a bad fantasy day, but I just don't see him throwing for 3 touchdowns in this game, especially because the Saints, I think it's only 5.5 yards per attempt the last 3 weeks too. Like, they have been much, much better the last 5 weeks. And Jake was even talking about this on, I think it was 2 Tuesdays ago, where Marshawn Lattimore's stats look pretty ugly, but those are very, very heavily weighted to the start of the season. Like, even if you just split the season in half, their numbers look so much better in the second half of the year. And those are the ones I would rather trust at this point.
I really need the Saints to win this game, so I assume they lose.
I also can't argue with that logic.
That's always who did the coin like in this game? Do you remember, Tim?
I don't. But what I don't want is if the Steelers lose, then they're going to definitely put Ravens Browns on Sunday Night Football because it'll be Ravens in
Baker Mania.
This is what I don't need. Right? I don't need them flexing him to Sunday night. Now we spend a week trying to explain to people it has nothing to do with him and that sad sack team. It's got everything to do with the Ravens being flexed in.
You know, you don't have to explain that to people, right? You can just
yes, I will have to because my Twitter.com will be a buzz.
You don't have to respond to every men sheet, Tim.
I don't.
The coin likes Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Coin knows what it's talking about.
Yeah,
I like the Saints to cover, but not by much. So it's not a game that I'm invested in that much.
All right, you want to get to the viewer questions? The peoples out there got questions. So reload all your questions if you got them, because that's what we do.
And this is it, right? This is the last week?
This is the last week. This is the final week of the chat. So smash that like button. Go subscribe to the podcast too. And I do want to let people know that we have shows during holiday week. Brand new shows. Brand new Monday preview to the 2019 golf season with Feinberg. It's a very custy Christmas on the 25th.
It is a
Me,
custy
you,
Christmas.
and Cuss Corner 16, all Christmas edition coming at you. Wednesday, week 17 rankings.
Oh.
I'm generous, is what I'll say.
Wow, I didn't think you were going to do it.
Week 17 rankings on Wednesday.
Nice.
Thursday, spread show. Friday, DraftKings show for week 17. We're going to see if we can get Paul to get Cody on the line. He's away right now, but we're going to try to get the UFC picks in as well. Full slate.
Nice.
Everyone's away. Not the Pat Mayo experience. Doesn't take a break.
Nope.
I'm even going to be off for like 3 weeks, not even taking a break from the show. That's how committed I am to the
There you
cause.
go.
Anyway, so smash the like button, download the show. That's how you can help us out. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers or Baker Mayfield, please?
That's a tough one.
Oh, I wonder what Ted Ginn first touchdown is paying.
I would actually go Baker there.
I would go Rodgers.
Okay.
Rodgers be good. I have them back to back in the rankings, though.
Yeah,
They're both top 10.
Yeah.
Pick 3. Damian Williams, David Johnson, Joe Mixon, Chris Carson. I would sit David Johnson.
Wow.
I think I would have to sit Carson.
I think I would sit Damian Williams there, but it's
Damian
close.
Williams too sick. Can't sit him.
Could just be a Darrell Williams game.
It could be.
Did we land on Darrell?
No, we
Darrell?
didn't.
Okay.
It's a Darrell Darrell situation. And I always watch the games with the sound off, so I didn't hear what his name was. Kittle, Samuels, Dalvin Cook, or Damian Williams. Pick 3. Who's sitting there?
Kittle, Samuels,
I think
Cook.
I think it comes down to Kittle or Samuels. I would play Kittle. You would play Samuels, right?
I'd play Samuels, yeah.
Yeah, I would play Samuels.
And I would play Kittle.
So would you play Damian Williams?
I think I'd play Cook over Williams. I would play Cook over Williams.
I would play Williams over Cook. I think that's right on the fringe, just because that game is so slow.
Yeah.
I would sit Cook.
I'd sit Williams again.
Okay, that's a tough one. Too many
Well,
good
that's a
options.
Good question.
What's that?
That was a good question. That person
The
goes-
anti-ban.
He gets anti-ban. Tim, you get 2 bans, by the way.
Okay.
Again, I guess you guys made a bet already,
Yeah,
but wasn't Tim supposed to bring a bet this week?
that's what he did. He brought the bet. I
Okay.
guess that's what he brought. Is that what you were counting as a bet?
Yeah, well, I knew that there were a couple of receivers I really liked this week, and I knew you'd have some weird sort of off the beaten path receiver you'd love.
Yeah, that strange 100-yard in consecutive game, Robert Foster. Straight
Listen,
out of left
he's
field.
He's one of my thorns this week, you might say.
There you go. Okay.
Do I bite the bullet and bench Gurley for Jalen Samuels, D. Williams, or J. Williams? The only one I wouldn't would be I would play Samuels and Damian Williams for sure over Todd Gurley.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's,
I wouldn't-
again,
I
you
wouldn't bench him for
won't
Jamal.
have to worry about that, so it's fine.
Unless those are the 3 guys you're playing and you need Gurley to sub for one of them.
Yes, but I'm just saying,
Then
like,
it's Jamal
at least
Williams.
you'll know.
I'd say just roll with those guys. Just
Yeah.
do it. But I like Samuels, then Williams, then Jamal Williams. I also have rankings.
Yes. I was going to say, like, if Gurley is active, I will play him over Jalen Samuels.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No. I'd play Jalen Samuels over Gurley,
Okay.
even if he is active. Dak or Watson? I'll take Watson.
Yeah, Watson.
I'll take Dak, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm changing my mind. Backpedaling.
Per Schefter, unless Todd Gurley has setback in pregame warmups, planning for him to play against the Cardinals.
Okay.
Yeah, not shocking.
I'd still play Jalen Samuels. I still think that there's enough baked in. They get up, take him out, re-aggravation of
Sure.
the injury, that he's a running back 1. I think I have him at number, what did I say, 13?
13, yeah.
13 in the rankings? Yeah, number 13 in the rankings. There are 12 running backs that I would just play over Todd Gurley.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I'm a coward. I'm like Tim when it comes to betting.
Just nice that I guess that's not.
There's no Drew Bennett to pick off the waiver wire and play.
Yeah, you pick him up, pick up Billy Volek, and boom, you got a championship going.
It's all good.
Baldwin or Galladay? In the flex, I'll take Galladay.
I'll take Baldwin.
Agreed.
Okay.
Galladay, sorry.
But Baldwin's going to be double covered and he's hurt, Garion.
I've heard that. Where did I hear that?
Pick 3.
Somebody who knows.
Damian Williams, David Johnson. Oh, this guy asked this question already. Banned for life!
It was a good question, too. He ruined it.
Yeah. Like the episode, by the way, especially if you're banned for life. Dalvin Cook and Mack or Fournette and Cohen? I'll take Dalvin Cook and Mack.
Yeah, me too.
Agreed.
Kittle, Ebron, or Samuels? I have all 3.
Kittle.
Samuels?
It's always
I'll
Kittle
just
to
play
me.
Samuels.
Yeah, I'm really torn on the Samuels versus Kittle. I think I'm going to land on the Samuels side.
I think the only 2 tight ends I would definitively play over Samuels this week are the 2 guys you would assume, Ertz and...
I even with Ertz. Foles doesn't like Ertz as much.
I'm fine
No,
with the Ertz
he
thing.
really doesn't.
He
And they
also
actually
has
brought
the
that up
squirts.
last week. They brought that up on Sunday Night Football. I mean, Collinsworth made a good point, is that they do not look to Ertz in the same way that that Wentz does. They
Well,
look to
Houston's just been so taken advantage of by tight ends all season long.
Well, maybe it's Yo Gabba Goddard. But
Maybe.
last week on the Niners game, it was Niners, and who the hell did the Niners play last week? They won.
Seattle.
That I forget who was doing the commentary for the game, but after Garrett Selleck caught the touchdown, he pulled a Tim. He came on. He's like, "Well, I told everyone in the meetings before the show that it's going to be a big Selleck week because everyone's going to focus on Kittle." It's like, no way you said that.
No, it wouldn't have been me. I would have said Selleck season before I would have said any of that.
That's true. He's a big SZN person now.
McCoy, Lockett, Baldwin, Blunt, or James White half point. I'll play Lockett or Baldwin. Who do I have higher? I think I have back to back.
I would probably go Lockett.
Back.
I would go Lockett over Baldwin, I think, still.
Who did you say?
James White.
In a half point?
Yeah, I'm still going to play him over those guys. I like James White this week.
Well, I mean, Doug Baldwin's going to be dope. Under your scenario, that means
you would love Tyler Lockett.
Lockett's going to be wide open the entire game.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
get what you're
Baldwin
saying.
of those guys.
Still like White.
Indy or Denver D? I'll take Denver D.
Oh no, Indy D. Oakland's gonna have a good night Monday.
Okay. Baker or Ryan? I like Baker.
Baker.
Ryan, I'll take the good quarterback.
This guy says, Tim, embrace your pre-draft love of Baker Mayfield and come to the light.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Baker or Dak? I'll play Dak.
Yeah, Prescott.
I'll play Dak, yeah.
Is Josh Allen a risky, quote, cash quarterback where the Patriots usually handle rookies? Josh Allen has basically been the safest cash quarterback there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Although,
have a problem.
this week in particular, like, if you want to play Allen at 5'8", you could also just play Prescott
Yeah,
at
Prescott's probably.
5'7". Like, I think I trust Prescott a little
Yeah,
bit
the thing is, you're
more.
probably playing Zeke, and you don't want.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want- you
I
want
know
to-
people have had good lineups where they played Dak and Zeke in them independently, but those two players generally don't go with each other.
Yeah.
Because if Dak's going to hit his ceiling,
He needs to rush for a
he's going to
touchdown.
rush for a touchdown. Maybe Elliott throws him one. I don't know. That's
Boston-
We
hard.
haven't talked about him today, but like I think Trubisky will be quite under-owned this week. He might be an interesting thing to
Again,
play. If you're looking to spend
searching for pivots at quarterback isn't usually worth it.
It's also unnecessary this week because the ownership's going to be so flat. So either you really like Trubisky and you really want to use him, but he's not someone just like, oh, people like Josh Allen, I'll go with Trubisky. Like, they're all going to be around the same ownership.
Okay.
Standard: Samuels, Damian Williams, Robbie Anderson, or Lizzie McGuire. I'll take Samuels.
Samuels, yeah.
Yeah, there I would agree.
Oh, this one's for the coin. Jamal Williams or Balaj? I like Williams, but
I would also say Williams.
the coin likes Jamal Williams. Make it easy. Smash that like button. RJ Taylor is correct. New cussed corner? Yes. 2 new cussed corners, actually, in the next 2 weeks.
There we go.
When does the cussed merchandise go on sale?
It doesn't.
But we can get you. This is monetization, Tim. We can get you some bucks. Although you
This
won't
is-
accept them because I'll have to PayPal you for them, and you think PayPal's the devil. Can't
We
accept
are
any
like-
money on the internet.
We're like Bruce Springsteen before Born to Run. We don't sell out.
But then he did and made his money. And now he just
Yeah.
takes HGH.
Now he's on Broadway, Tim. You don't want to be on Broadway?
Tim would
No,
love
not
Tim would love to be on Broadway.
Not particularly.
Tim is going to play Mr. Bojangles and Cats. Tim, this guy says there's no Sunday night football next week. Would you like to school him?
There is. So for people who don't know, they never schedule a Sunday night football game in week 17, but they will flex a game into Sunday night if its consequences are independent of what happens in other games. Like last year, there wasn't one because there was no independently consequential game. So it's either going to be Titans and Colts if the Steelers lose.
Yeah, if the Steelers lose and the Colts win, it'll be Colts Titans. If not, it probably will be Ravens and
Ravens Browns, because it'll be if the Ravens win, they get the division. If they lose, they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of those two games will be the flex option.
David Johnson or Elijah McGuire, but McGuire is spelled like Mark McGuire. So he's going to hit football dings, Garion.
I don't know if this guy wants to learn the horrifying truth.
I would take David Johnson.
I would also
still.
take David Johnson.
Agreed.
Edelman or the wreck of the Larry Fitzgerald.
Edelman.
I'll take Edelman.
Yeah, Edelman.
Tim could do Gordon Lightfoot on Broadway.
You probably could.
Big Ben or Matt Ryan. I'll take Big Ben.
I will take Big Ben.
Yes.
Pick Dose. Coleman, Breda, Jamal Williams. I'll go with Breda and Jamal Williams.
I agree.
Yeah, agreed.
Cust. This guy says Hanukkah or Christmas. Cust is the gift that keeps on giving.
Well, that praise is well deserved.
Robbie Anderson or Golden Tate. Full point PPR. I'll take Robbie.
I'll take Robbie too.
Agreed.
Mayfield or Rogers. I'll go Rogers.
Mayfield.
Ugh, Rogers, not close.
Tom or Dak. Dak.
Dak.
Yeah.
Start Samuels or over Kittle.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we
I would,
we
yes.
agreed. Yeah, but Tim said
Well, I've been
no.
talking about that all show. Thanks for paying attention.
Do you want to ban him?
Well, no, it's just maybe he clued in or tuned in at the last second. So
Yeah, you
that's
talk
fine.
a big game and you don't ban anyone.
Yeah, you're
it's
such
pretty
a-
sad.
You talk a big game about betting, then he's too much big of a coward. Talk about banning, too big of a coward. Denver D or Indy D? Again, I like Denver D.
Denver D. Julio Jones officially active.
Active. Did he also give a thumbs up to someone? That's how they do.
Unconfirmed.
Please help. Damian or Lindsay?
Ooh. I think I just still go
Damien.
Lindsay.
You say ban him?
I said Damien.
Oh. I have them back to back in the rankings. I'll go with Damian Williams by one spot
Yeah, it's
over
close.
Philip Lindsay. The other part of this question is Ingram or Jared Cook? Jared Cook, banned for life. But it's Evan Ingram. Not
Oh.
I was gonna say.
I was going to say.
But Jared
I'm
Cook
surprised
is
you picked. Yeah.
Jared Cook is a ban. No, he's banned for life because he asked about Jared Cook. The answer is Evan Ingram. Robbie Anderson, Calvin Ridley, Josh Reynolds, Demarius Thomas, or Deshaun Hamilton. For me, it's Robbie Anderson. Not close.
Yeah, I agree.
I like Reynolds, although Anderson's good too.
You like Reynolds? Can we bet that instead then?
No, I don't want to bet against a player on my team.
That's,
I hope he has like 25 catches and 5 touchdowns. That'd be great.
What if I give you 2-1 on that bet?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to bet against my team. I don't like that. It doesn't make me feel good.
What does make you feel good besides
don't know.
Sigs?
There's lots of things. Rookie
warm
you in
yogurt.
fantasy football trades.
Maybe that's true. Tim always does get the best of me in trades,
Yeah. And you always get the best of me.
but Tim and I only make a trade once every 3 years, so that's not a really high
That's
bar.
why,
for-
because
for
it takes
being
you that
happy.
long to forget. Takes you that long to forget that I'm about to rook you good.
It's true. I always put the needs of me right now versus the needs of my keeper team.
Oh, no, not future, Pat.
Future Pat is very, very upset at Pat at the time when he makes these trades. Goff or Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson.
Wilson.
Goff.
Oh, this guy says 2v2, Thielen Reynolds or Woods Foster, comma, that other site. I'm sorry, pal. I don't know where you think you're fucking watching this, but you're fucking banned for life. Get out of here. What a piece
Nice.
of shit. Juju or Samuels? I'll take Samuels.
No, Juju. He loves fantasy. He wants to show up for the fans.
Yeah, that's a
I'll
tough
take the
one.
guy who's not hurt.
Yeah, that's a good point. Samuel.
Juju's fine. Didn't you see his tweet?
He said he's going to play. He didn't say he was fine.
It was implied, son.
Oh, now you're looking for the lies.
Yeah. Now, you hate Juju, don't you?
It's getting there.
I do like Juju. Juju won me a
by the
PK
end-
contest.
by
a
end
couple
of this
weeks
show,
Juju.
by the end of this show, he's gonna hate Juju.
No, Juju won me bucks a couple of weeks ago. I love the guy.
Juju or Josh Reynolds this week, Tim?
Nah, Juju.
Juju or Robbie Anderson?
Juju.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Gronkowski or Ingram? I'll take Evan Ingram.
I would take Ingram too.
Yeah. Ingram.
Any Gurley news? Yeah, there's tons, pal.
Oh,
what
God.
do I do with Todd Gurley? Just again, rewind to minute 2 of this show. It's a whole breakdown on Gurley if you got Gurley questions. Alfred Blue, GPP punt? Sure, if you want to. I still like Breda better.
I don't love him, but
I think he's very playable at like 3,700 or wherever he's at.
4 or 5.
Is it 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like Breda more.
Yeah, I'd rather play Breda.
I'd rather play Blue than Balaj, though. who a lot
Sure,
of people are
I
playing.
agree with you on that. I'm avoiding both, to be honest.
Barber or Blue? Blue.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim, here's a question for you. Who is going to be breakout star today with most fantasy points?
Ooh, we're all ears.
All right.
How
Well,
about
I'm not going to dismiss this person because I'm a man of the people.
Ben for life? Too late.
All right.
QB, Dak, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Ryan. Pick one for the ship. Don't ever say the ship or never say the chips. It makes you sound like a fucking moron.
Baker.
Could not agree more.
I will say Josh Allen.
Oh, it would be fun winning
yeah.
that championship with Josh Allen.
He's got
The
you
only
there.
championship he'll ever win.
Matt Ryan.
I have
like
Matt Ryan ranked by far last of these 4 guys.
I like Matt Ryan. I don't
He's
care.
being consistent. He's answered Matt Ryan to a lot of these questions.
Who? I meant in terms of consistency. Like, no one's been more consistent than Josh Allen.
No, I was saying Tim's been consistent.
Lindsey, Fournette, Edelman. Pick 2, half point. I'd go Lindsey and Edelman.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
I'm not playing Fournette there.
If by chance TY sits, dude, no, I'm not playing the theoretical game of guys who are like already declared as playing.
We'll also know things definitively in 15 minutes.
Oh, Denver and Indy. This guy already asked this question. You, sir, banned for life. Carr, Mayfield, Josh Allen, Josh Allen.
Carr, Mayfield, Josh Allen. I'd still go Mayfield.
I'm in 3 fantasy championship. I have Josh Allen in every one. Do I go Josh Allen or Deshaun Watson? I would play Deshaun Watson.
I'd play Watson, yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Allen or Tom Brady? I would play Josh Allen.
I would play Josh Allen.
Brady.
Josh Allen or Jared Goff? I would play Josh Allen.
I would play Josh Allen there too.
Off.
You hate Josh Allen.
No, I don't. And this is not me being like bitter towards a rookie quarterback. It's just
It really sounds
Just because your rookie quarterback's not the best rookie quarterback in his own division doesn't
I
mean you
won't
have to
even
be.
hear of it. Let's move on.
Sam Darnold's. I would power rank Sam Darnold 4th of rookie quarterbacks this year.
If you think so.
Where would you have him?
I think I'd have him second.
No, not you.
Yeah, he'd be only ahead of Rosen for me.
Yeah, you only had a Rosen. Lamar's been better, Baker's been better, and Josh Allen's been better.
Yeah, I'm not. Just so Tim doesn't freak out, I'm not saying for the future. Just this season. Yeah.
Jalen Richard or Theo Riddick? Jalen Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
Cooks or David Johnson? I'll go Cooks.
Yes.
I would go David Johnson there.
Diggs, Baldwin, or Damian Williams? I would take Damian Williams.
Diggs, Baldwin.
Yes,
Damian
agreed.
Williams. Yeah, Damian.
Foster or Pettis? I'll take Foster.
Foster.
Pettis.
I don't think he still knows who Robert Foster is.
I do know who Robert Foster
He
is.
thinks
I'm
he's
now
that
just
guy from the. He thinks he's that music executive from the '70s who killed his wife. Don't play him. He's in jail.
That's true.
Bench Gurley for Jalen Samuels, D. Williams, or J. Williams? I feel like we had that question.
Yeah, I think we did too.
What are you laughing about?
That was a good one.
Just play. I have rankings, and I've already answered this. There's no way that there's this specific of the same question. That means this guy's banned for life for asking the same question twice.
Nice.
And this guy is asking that stupid ship question again. He's also banned for life. You people are fucking terrible. PPR. Gronk, Samuels, Gurley, Chubb, Woods, Edelman. Need 4.
Sorry, what was it? Gronk, Samuels,
Gurley, Chubb.
Chubb.
So it's Chubb, Samuels for sure.
Yeah.
They're both in.
I would say Gurley's in there for me too now.
I would go Woods as my 3rd. So that would come down to Gurley versus Edelman.
I'd play
Edelman.
Gurley.
I'd play Edelman in PPR. I'm worried about Gurley.
Okay.
Not to the point where I play like a shitty guy over him, but Edelman's good.
No, I don't disagree.
So that's the way I would. He's safer at least. Need 2. Gronk, Ebron, Pettis, Foster, Blalge, or Kenyon Drake. I'll go Foster and Ebron.
Yeah.
I can't see all the guys. Foster. No, I don't know. You go too quickly, and I can't write them down on my pad here fast enough.
You just look at the chat.
Yeah, but the chat is behind, son. It doesn't match up with me.
What do you mean it's behind? We're not at the very bottom of the chat.
Like I don't see them come up in time. They're always gone.
So you're behind.
Yeah. You don't know how to scroll in a chat, is what you're saying.
I know what I'm doing.
You don't know what you're doing. Juju or TY?
Oh, Smith-Schuster.
Juju.
I like Juju as well. That's close, though. They're both top 10 options for me. Breda, Damian Williams, or David Johnson? I will take Damian Williams.
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah.
Drake or Breda?
Breda.
Yes.
Ooh. Demarius Thomas or Jordy Nelson? You asked about a player in worst place. You, sir, are banned for life.
Nice.
Robbie Anderson or Jarvis Landry?
Who?
I'll take Robbie Andercust.
Yeah, I'll take Anderson too, but I think Landry's going to be good. I can't imagine like leaving him on my bench or something this week. He's going to have a good week.
No, I'm going to take Robbie Anderson. Like, honestly, Anderson could outscore Jarvis if he catches 3 passes.
Your ESPN alert. Gurley looks to be playing. Thank you. We also said that on this show. Banned for life.
Take that, ESPN.
Gross piece of shit. Do you guys like Cohen for this week's Millionaire Maker? Not really.
No.
I mean, I like him no more nor less than I usually do.
Yeah,
which
I
is
don't
quite a bit.
dislike him in any way, but
This one is for Tim only.
Okay.
I lost Cam Newton. Do I start Baker Mayfield or Kirk Cousins?
I will not be triggered.
He's asking you a question, Tim.
you're a man of the people. If you're a man of the people, you answer this question.
Please use one of my bans, please, to ban
All
him.
right. Sorry, Ryan. You are banned for life. Pick 2. Deshaun Hamilton, Robbie Anderson, Robert Foster, D.D. Westbrook, Josh Reynolds, or Jordy Smelson.
That's pretty easy.
Robbie Anderson
And Robert Foster.
Anderson and Reynolds.
And I like Ingram over Gronk.
So do I.
I do too.
Start 1. Fournette or Tevin Coleman? I'm still going to go with Fournette.
There I
I'm
would
going
go
to
Fournette.
Kevin.
Tavon.
Carolina's got a real stout run defense.
They
Also,
do.
Tevin Coleman had his good week. That's enough for the
Yeah,
year.
it's true.
Kittle or Damian Williams? I'll play.
Ooh.
Damian Williams, I'll play the back.
Yeah, I'll play Damian Williams
I'll
too.
play Damian Williams. Yeah. Jalen Samuels at tight end over Cook with Cohen and Jamal Williams in. Yes. I have Jalen Samuels ranked higher. Cohen or Edelman? I would play Edelman.
I would also play Edelman.
Samuels or Damian? I like Samuels.
Samuels.
Damian.
Bring back Dallas Stack with which Tampa Bay player?
Evans.
Probably
Evans.
Humphreys.
I guess
Humphreys.
It's probably
They're both
Humphreys.
good. Yeah, they're both good options.
Ebron or N. Graham? I like Ebron.
Ebron.
By a hair.
Ebron.
They're both top 5 tight ends. Trubisky or Josh Allen? I like Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
I actually like Trubisky there.
Damian Williams, Jamal Williams, or Tevin Coleman? Damian Williams.
Damian, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's answering people's questions in the chat. Banned for life. Howard, Cook, Carson on DK. Is Cook even close to that? Cook is not close to that price point, is he?
For Cooks, 6'9".
And Howard's like
Yeah.
4,000. That doesn't even make any sense. Carson, I guess. Cohen or Cook? I like Dalvin Cook more. I don't
So do
love
I.
Dalvin Cook, but I like him more.
I guess I like Cohen a little more.
Oh, this guy. Theo Riddicker, Jalen Richard in the flex. Banned for life for asking again. Herndon, Uzma, or Blake Jarwin? I like Herndon.
Herndon, yeah.
Herndon.
Dak or Mayfield? Dak.
Mayfield.
Prescott.
White, Cohen, or Blage? I like Cohen.
Oh, this
Cohen.
person's just asking players I love, but it's white.
I'll take Cohen there. Whose D steps up today? Rams, Bears, or Browns? Bears are the best D on the board. Rams are second, and the Browns are down. the list.
Yeah,
So,
I would just play the Bears.
yeah, if it's not a matter of price point or anything like that.
Yeah, if you're just first season long. But
Foster or Robbie Anderson or Jarvis Landry? I take Robbie Anderson. I think that's who I have.
Yeah,
let's
Anderson.
go with him.
No, let me look at my
you have
rankings.
Anderson at like 17, don't you?
Robbie Anderson 15, Jarvis Landry 19, Robert Foster 23. Sanu, Ridley, or Hooper?
Ridley.
Take Hooperton. Cohen or Cook? DK Millimaker. I take Dalvin Cook.
Cook, yeah.
Cohen.
Josh Allen or Matt Ryan?
Allen.
Matt Ryan.
Oh, okay. I see. We may have to cut the questions early here on the because of the feed. Josh Allen or Matt Ryan? We said Josh Allen. Cohen, Mixon, Damian Williams, and Jamal Williams need 2. Then play the 2 good ones.
Cohen and Mixon, yeah.
No, play Mixon and Damian Williams.
Oh, is this PPR or non-PPR? Sorry.
PPR.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Damian Williams and Mixon then.
McCoy or Godwin? Ooh.
McCoy.
Take Godwin. I'll still take Godwin. McCoy, I can't imagine playing McCoy this week.
Oh, it's
I can't if
tough.
the other option is Godwin.
Oh, this guy's asking the Fournette Tevin Coleman question again, banned for life. Drake or Matt Breda? Matt Breda.
Breda. I think we've had that one
Yeah.
too.
Now we had Balaj or Breda.
Right.
Samuels or Gronkowski? I like Samuels.
Samuels.
Yeah, I do too.
Juju or Ty? Juju.
Juju.
Yeah,
Robbie Anderson or Elshon? I actually do like Elshon more.
I like Alshon.
Sony Michelle or Doug Baldwin? Doug Baldwin.
Sony Michelle.
Yeah, Doug Baldwin.
Fournette or Reynolds or Nelson or Conley? I'll take Fournette.
Yeah, they're Fournette.
Reynolds.
Barber. You like Reynolds more than Leonard Fournette?
I don't know what to expect out of Fournette today.
Exactly,
I think he's
you
a
don't
very
know.
big question mark.
Can I make that bet too?
No, because I'm not super confident in it.
Okay. I'll play the running back. I mean, that's usually your line of advice, Tim, but I'll just play the
Usually, but
running back.
I'm worried about Fournette. That's all.
Barber, Humphreys, Foster, or Zenner? I like Foster.
Humphreys, Foster.
I'm gonna
Foster.
play Humphreys.
Barkley or Kamara? I like Barkley.
Yep, Berkeley.
I do too.
Anderson or Kelly if Gurley sits?
Anderson.
We both went with John Kelly.
Yep.
Yes, you guys
But,
did.
but it does look like Doug Gurley's going to play. Denver or Cleveland? Denver.
Cleveland.
Who should I start in my flex? Amari Cooper or Jalen Samuels? I'd still play Samuels.
Yeah, so would I.
I'll be hanging with Mr. Cooper in my flex.
Fitzgerald, Foster, Pettis, or Robbie Anderson? Robbie Anderson.
Yes.
Fitzgerald, Foster, Pettis. Yeah, Robbie Anderson.
Ebron or Ingram? Ebron.
Ebron.
Yeah.
This is pretty good because it says over under 4.5 years before Darnold's diabetes kick in, but he spelled diabetes Diabetus.
Diabetes? Diabetes.
These are the people who are on your side. by the way.
Diabetes.
His diabetes. He can't play because he's 5 million pounds. Edelman or Fitz? Edelman.
Edelman.
Yeah.
Mixon, Jamal Williams, or Mark McGuire?
Mixon.
I'll play Mixon. And
Yeah,
it's
Mixon.
It's
Oh,
actually
it's
pick 2. I'll play Williams and Mixon.
Yeah, Williams.
Yeah.
Treadwell, a scratch. Aldrich, fire him up.
Or Chad BB.
Jed Beebe? Jamal Williams or Jalen Samuels? Jalen Samuels.
Jalen Samuels.
How do y'all feel about Foles? Now is not the time for this guy or that guy questions. Goddard or Ben Watson? I will play Ben Watson.
Yes, I will too.
Yeah.
Pick 3. Jones, Jeffrey, Anderson, Foster. I'd be sitting Foster of those 3.
Yep.
I would too.
James White, Njoku, Josh Adams, or Coleman. I'd take James White. Let's pick 2. James White and Coleman.
Yeah.
White and Adams.
Okay. Fitzgerald or Jordy Nelson? Fitzgerald.
Fitz.
Yes.
Sam Darnold needs to sign up for Gentle Aquafit.
Oh yeah, you people are so clever. Like, come up with something original, or don't say anything at all. How
Right.
about that?
It does seem to trigger you, no matter what they say.
No, it
So
doesn't. Though.
You make them set the bar higher.
What bothers me is the low caliber of criticism and of sarcasm, not the actual.
Yeah, that's what bothers you, sure. Deshaun Hamilton or DJ Moore? DJ Moore.
More.
Yeah, DJ Moore.
Samuels or Gurley? I'd still play Samuels.
I would play Gurley.
Yeah, I would play Samuels.
Dalvin Cook or Kittle? I'd play Kittle in that spot. Actually, you know
Yes.
what? I would play Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook or
I changed
Kittle?
my
No,
mind.
I'm
Yeah, I play
Kittle.
Dalvin Cook. I just play the running back.
Kittle or Cook? We just did that one. Herndon or Cook? Dalvin Cook.
Yes.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. McGuire, Balaj, Coleman, or Blue? I like McGuire the
Balaj,
best.
Coleman or Blue. McGuire, yep.
McGuire then Balaj.
Allen or Big Ben? So close. I'll take Big Ben.
Yeah,
And you know
Big
what?
Ben.
I'll take Josh Allen.
I'll
Big
take
Ben.
Allen there.
Josh Allen.
See, I don't think all rookie quarterbacks.
So you take Josh Allen over Big Ben, Matt Ryan over Josh Allen, and Tom Brady over Josh Allen. So you take Tom Brady over Ben Roethlisberger this week?
Yeah, I would actually.
Okay.
would.
Hooper.
He,
or,
does, he did say Pittsburgh's only going to score 17 points. So.
Hooper or Njoku? I like Njoku.
Njoku.
Yeah,
C.J. Anderson or Tyler Lockett? Give me Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, lock it.
of course.
White or Josh Reynolds in the flex? Tim.
White.
White.
Yep, White.
Colts D, Dolphins D. I'll take Colts D.
Yeah, Colts D.
Dolphins D. Shoutouts possible here.
I'm liking my plus 4 on Jacksonville right now. McGuire, Michelle, Robbie Anderson, Josh Reynolds. Robbie Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah, Robbie.
Gronk, Ertz on DK? Neither.
Yeah, neither. But if you're obliged,
No, neither. The answer is neither. Brady or Mayfield? Baker.
Baker.
Brady.
Denver or Cleveland? Denver.
They had this before already, but it's Cleveland.
Pick 2. Mixon, Jamal Williams. Oh, this guy's asking the same questions over and over. Banned for life.
Nice.
McC or Barkley? I like McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey. Always McCaffrey.
Elijah McGuire or T.Y. Hilton?
T.Y.
Safer play.
T.Y.
T.Y.
Yeah.
Balaj or Blue? Blue.
Blue.
Yep.
Foster, Reynolds, or Hamilton? I like Foster.
Foster.
Reynolds.
Kittle or Edelman? Edelman.
Edelman.
Kittle.
Mac or Williams? Mac. Doesn't matter which Williams.
Yep.
Nope. Mac agreed.
Lockett or Baldwin? I'll take Baldwin.
I'll take Lockett.
Lockett.
Dallas D or Saints D? I'll take Dallas D.
Yep, Dallas D.
Saints D.
They're both good options.
Yeah.
Robert Foster, Alfred Blue, Robbie Anderson, or Todd Gurley. Pick 2. There, I'm going to say Gurley and Anderson.
Agreed.
Lizzie McGuire or Robbie Anderson? I'll take Robbie Anderson.
Yep, Robbie.
Yep.
All right. Edelman or Thielen?
Thielen.
I like Thielen.
T.Y. officially active.
Officially active, T.Y. Hilton. Stalin and Cust for sure. People are now calling you Stalin, Jim.
Jeez.
Probably because he won't make his picks on time. He's always Stalin.
Hey.
Hooper or Graham? Hooper.
Hooper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ryan or Allen? Allen. And that
Allen.
looks like it's the last question.
There we go.
We only got 271 likes, so people blew it. Everyone knows you got to get to the 200 likes for us to go into McGuire or Jamal Williams, do you think? Jamal Williams?
Jamal Williams.
Jamal
Yep.
Williams.
Yeah.
Edelman or Fitz? Edelman.
Edelman.
That'll do it. on the Pat Mayo Experience. We got to get out of here, and I don't want Tim to talk over the extra again. So Garion, follow him on Twitter. Tim, follow him on Twitter. Thank you all for being with us for 15 of the 16 Sunday mornings. That'll be it for the live shows for the year. Good luck in your fantasy football finals. The rankings are updated to right now, so if you have a 1v1 or pick one of these 3 wide receiver questions, just use the rankings. Swear to God, people, you can do it. Tim still can't figure out how to use mute, but that's fine. Thank you all for watching this year. Please subscribe to the podcast. New shows coming up all next week and for the rest of the year. We will not leave you hanging on that front. And someone go win a bunch of money on DraftKings this week, too. I'm Pat Mayo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.